Tutorial on how to do some basic stuff with Illustrator, specifically for the purpose of the 7 Records poker chip designed for Axle Freedom. So you start by opening up Adobe Illustrator. I'll let that load. I made myself a smoothie. That's pretty good. Here's a couple of the exports I was working on before. But you want to open up just any kind of blank document. It doesn't really matter about the background, because that's not what you use to export it anyway. One thing to note about how I have my toolbar set up over here, if you go to Window and then Workspace, I go with Essentials Classic because it has the best tools. I think Essentials is what it comes stock with. This one's a lot better. So you want to start by getting your PNGs. I already have this folder for you. So this is the thing that you sent me, and then got stock poker chip that I ripped from Google. So I'm going to start by getting this image traced, which I wouldn't have to do if you'd sent me the PNGs. Start by cropping it. And then apply. You go to Window, you click it, Window, and then Image Trace right here. It'll automatically come up as black and white, which is what we want for this, but if you want to have color, you can do that as well for other stuff. So this is your threshold bar. If you go down on the threshold, it adds more white, and then more on the threshold, it adds more black. So because I didn't get a clean PNG, I've got to deal with the pixel blurring from the screen, but I figured out how to make it work. I'm going to go with this, and if you go down to Advanced, you can turn up the amount of paths, and that kind of gives you a more clear resolution. I'm going to add a little bit more. All right, there we go. And then go over here and click Expand. And then Ungroup. Actually, we're going to keep it. Yeah, we'll have it ungroup for now. Delete. And then we're working with this right now. I'm gonna get rid of this little outside border because I'm gonna make it differently. I'm also gonna get rid of these. Yeah, all this white stuff in here. I want to make all of these little bits white, so you can highlight all of it and then click Fill, and then change the fill to white. I'm going to change the whole fill to white. Get rid of that little guy. And some of this stuff, this is just cleaning up really. Damn it. So here's a cool thing you can do. I'm going to save myself some time. I'm going to click all of these letters, just the stuff I want to keep. And move it. And then we have all that over there, and I'm going to go ahead and make it a uniform white fill for now. All this stuff, can get rid of. And right now I'm just grouping all the different letters. Gonna go to this chip and do pretty much the same thing. Window, image trace, double click. If it's not automatically selected, double click the image and that usually does it. Trace, expand, ungroup. Here's another cool thing. If you have the picture selected and highlighted, you can click this guy over here, the magic wand tool, or you can press the Y key. And what that does is it will select everything of a given color in an object. So I'm selecting just white right now, and I can delete it. And then I'm left with just that black backdrop. I want to add a circle behind it. So if I go to the top, you can go to the ellipses tool here. And then I'm going to go up here, going to click Shift, and then left click and drag down until I get to the bottom. There we go. If you click Control, Shift, and then the little back bracket bar, it'll move your selected objects to the back. I'm going to center these and group it, and I got a focus chip. Little smoothie break. Now for the meat and potatoes of it. I'm gonna make all this black. And I'm gonna go ahead and roughly put it on the poker chip. If you want to bring an object to the front, see that right now it's behind it, you can do Control, Shift, and then the right bracket. Another shortcut, I don't know if it's the same in Photoshop, but to zoom in, you can click Control plus, and to zoom out, Control minus. That's super helpful. I'm going to go ahead and loosely place this stuff on there. Group those. Make it a little bit smaller for the time being. And I know I want more of an arch on this. So to do that, you go to Effect, then click Warp, and you have this whole list of different types of effects you can add to the text. Here. I think I did arch. Yeah, that seems right. And there we got that. And then for records, I have an idea for this. It really work. Bulge is a pretty cool one. Maybe fisheye? I mean, those are all things you can kind of screw around with, but put that there for now. I'm going to go ahead and center those. Center, group, lock that in, bring it to the back, and then do the same with those sevens. But that looks a little bit off, so you can just use the arrow keys to kind of piece it in. And then for records, I'm pretty sure I did shell bottom for that. So Effect, Warp, Yeah, shell lower, maybe? Or arc lower? Yeah, I think I did arc lower, so I'm gonna bring this out a little bit more. And then effect, warp. And then I'll dial that in. Maybe speed it up a little bit. And then you can group it all. And there's your little poker chip. One thing to note, if you want to do text editing, this took me a while to figure out. Yeah. So, got 777 here, but the warp stuff, you can still do it, but sometimes it can be kind of funky. You have some more versatility if you do an outline of the letters, but once you do the outline, you can't edit it anymore. So let's try this one. It's kind of a cool font. And then you can do create outlines over here. And now these are each individual objects. So you can ungroup them and you can move shit around however you want. Group. You can also do different outlines on anything that you want. So like for example, if I wanted to do outlines on everything in this piece, since everything's grouped right now, I could just go to stroke and put red. And now the whole thing's got a red outline. Anyways, I think that about covers it. Let me know if you got any questions. I realized one other thing that I forgot to show you how to do. Do no stroke on this. Is how to export it. So, File, Export, Export As, and you can do PNG. And then I can put that in there. Tutorial chip. And then right now I have it again as a PNG. Background is transparent. Click OK. And then there you go.